So we will see the structure of the balance of payment. Balance of payment, basically it has the two aspects or two accounts. We can say the current account as well as the capital account. Okay. So these are the two accounts which are the part and parcel of the balance of payment. Okay. So when we are talking about the current account, what are the ingredients of the current account? The current account is having the three main parts. One is the visible items, export and import of the visible items, invisible items, as well as the unilateral transfers. So these three aspects are included in the current account. So if you will say the items, the export and the import of the visible items. Invisible items, what are the different heads which will included in the invisible items? First one over there is the transportation, then the services of the experts. If we are hiring the services of experts of some other country, then we have to make the payments. Okay, so it will be the part of the current account. And if suppose our experts or the experts of our country are providing the services to some other nation, then they are getting the certain financial benefit, so that will also the part of the current account. Both the aspects, that is the receipts as well as the payment. Okay. Then the next one is they are traveling. Then the donations and gifts which are received to a country, donations and gifts which are received to the country, as well as gifts are received by an individual of a country from their relatives or from other relatives which are situated some other country. Similarly, the investment incomes like the dividend as well as the interest dividends on the investments which are made outside in the other countries. Okay. Services rendered by the commercial undertakings. The banks are also provided the different services to the other countries. Okay. So that is also the part of the current account. Similarly, the government transactions, as I told earlier, we have to situate our embassies in the other countries as well as the high commission. Okay, so they are the large number of the employees work, so we have to make the payments to them. Similarly, the other countries embassies and high commissions are situated in our country, they also make the payment to their employees in the form of the salaries. So that is actually the part of the government transactions. So these are the invisible items which are the part of the current account of the balance of payment. Okay. Now we will say the capital account. Capital account, basically it's related with the loans. Loans is partly what? The private loans. Private loans, like one country in India, suppose XYZ company is getting the loan from other country, okay, so that is actually the private loan. So that will included in the capital account. Similarly, the banking capital, the official capital, it includes loans received to the country from other countries. And the financial institutions, amortizations, that is the sale and the purchase of the securities. Similarly, the gold reserves which are related with the central bank. If the gold reserves or the foreign exchange reserves are changed of the country, of the central bank, basically central bank's gold reserves and exchanges have the certain changes. Okay, so that is also the part of the capital account. Similarly, the SDR holdings. Okay, so these are the part of the capital account. As far as the balance of payment is concerned, it is said that the balance of payment is always balanced. It is always balanced. How? Because from the accounting point of view, it is balanced. Okay. So whatever the difference of the receipts and payments, that is adjusted in the form of the that is to be adjusted via the loans. Okay. Via taking further loans. If suppose there is an unfavorable balance of payment, it means what? Unfavorable balance of payment means what? We have to make we have the less receipts and the more payments, so that is to be adjusted via taking the loan. Basically, if we will talk about the India's scenario, in India's scenario, we always suffer, maximum time we suffer with the situation of the adverse balance of payment position. Okay, and that is why we say that we have to take the other further loans. Okay, and that further loans we have to make the payment of that also in the form of the interest. So let's see what are the causes of the adverse balance of payment. Okay, the first one over there is the developmental imports. Developmental imports basically what? After independence, as I told many times that after independence there was a need to build the infrastructure, and for building the infrastructure we required the capital goods, okay, and these capital goods were not produced in India. We had to basically purchase it from some other countries, okay. That is actually what, that is the developmental imports, and these capital goods price in the international markets are more, okay. We have to make the more payments. So one of the reason is that the developmental imports is that we actually imports a lot of capital goods from the other countries of the world, and we had to make the lump sum payment for that, okay. So that is again one of the reason of the adverse balance of payment position of India. Say adverse balance of payment and the favorable balance of payment, okay. Adverse balance of payment means what? It is the situation whereby we are not we are having the we are actually making the more payments, okay, as compared to the receipts. That is the position of the adverse balance of payment. And when we talking about the favorable balance of payment, favorable balance of payment indicates that our payments is less and the receipts are more, so that there is always the surplus. That is called the favorable balance of payment, okay. So India normally suffers with the problem of the adverse balance of payment. So what are the causes of the adverse balance of payment? The first one over there is the developmental imports, which we had discussed earlier, okay. Now the second one is there the fertilizer imports. Fertilizer imports, basically we had to after independence, the different 5-year plans were taken place and 5-year plans were implemented. In the 1966 we had implemented the Green Revolution, or the strategy for the further improvement in the agriculture, and for that purpose we need the fertilizers and the pesticides, as well as the more advanced at high yielding variety seeds. So for that purpose we need to purchase the fertilizers from the other countries, okay. So import of the fertilizers also one of the reason of the adverse balance of payment. Similarly, the disintegration of the Soviet Union, or the erstwhile USSR. USSR was the basically the prime trading country of the India, okay. When it was disintegrated in the 80s, or we can say in the early 90s, basically India suffered with the adverse balance of payment because our main trading partner was lost, okay. So disintegration of the Soviet Union was again one of the reasons. Similarly, the failure of export shows the expected increase, as it was expected that the export of a country will increase, but our export didn't increase in that much of the expectations. So again the export earning was less. Similarly, there is actually the payment of the interest on the foreign debts, okay. So we are, for our developmental needs, we need to borrow the more and more loans from the World Bank, okay. Similarly, for financing our trade requirement, we borrowed the fund from the IMF, so and the other countries also. So we had to make the payments of these loans interest, okay. So the interest amount is also a large one, okay. So we have to make the payments of the interest. Again it causes what? The unfavorable balance of payment position. Similarly, the neo-protectionism, though the World Trade Organization has reduced the tariff barriers, okay, and tariff barriers as well as the restrictions on the export as well as the import. Basically, see, there is a new type of the neo-protectionism policy is developing in the developed countries, okay. Like take the example of the USA. In the USA, basically just on the saying that the health law, okay, or on the health law ground, they do not purchase the goods from the or import the goods, agricultural goods from the developing countries, okay. So, and when we talk about the developing countries main item of export is of the agricultural goods, and if it is not imported by some other countries, so again there will be the fall in the export, and it will have the adverse effect on the balance of payment position. Similarly, the increasing population there is an increase in the population, 1.8% increase in the population we find in the country in India, and this increasing population has the more demand for the goods, and that's why we have to import the goods. Like take the example, just we suffered with the problem of the onion crisis. The onion prices reached more than 100 rupees. Similarly, sometimes we face the problem of the tomatoes price also, and their price also reached around 100. So at that time we have to basically we have to import these fundamental things which are produced in our country from the other countries also. We have to import these items also. So such type of the imports puts the pressure on the balance of payment position. Okay, so increasing population demands the more goods. Similarly, since we have to fulfill the requirement of our country, so sometimes surplus does not available, and this surplus is not available, then how can we export these goods to some other country? Okay, so such type of the situation is there which actually puts the pressure on the balance of payment conditions. Okay, similarly, the low quality and the high cost. India, before liberalization, India adopted the protectionist policy. Okay, and since the protectionist policy, we do not face the competition of the world. Whatever the goods are produced in India, basically we find these goods are of the low quality. It's not of high quality, as well as similarly the cost is also more. So just because of that, these our products do not fulfills the competition of the other country's product. Okay, so again their demand also increases. Like in the different portion, but in the case of the different products like jute, India was the largest exporting country of the jute. Okay, but now India also face the competition from the Bangladesh in terms of the jute. Tea, in case of tea, the India is suffering with the competition of the Sri Lanka. Okay, so such type of the situation basically hampers the export of the country also. Okay, so these are the reasons, because of that the balance of payment position becomes adverse. Okay, now in the next video lecture we will going to discuss what are the measures which are taken by the government to control the adverse balance of payment position. Thank you.